Hey, Ellen.
What now, Chris?
Ellen, you know what?
What?
A giant wall of calliope geraniums can only mean one thing.
We are at Syngenta.
She got it again. That's twice. You've got my little quiz question. We are Chris and
Ellen.
And we're the bobbleheads covering the 2019 California Spring Trials, this time from Gilroy, California, and Syngenta, where we're going to take a look inside at, well, gosh, first thing we're going to see is some breakthroughs. And there's going to be another quiz. Pay attention.
Can I get a coffee first?
Oh, from the Calliope Coffee Shop? No, we're going to get that later. We got work to do, Ellen. Yep. Very good. Somehow we got inside the door, Ellen.
We did.
And here's your first quiz question.
Yeah.
What does XDR stand for?
Well, that's simple. Extra disease resistant.
Yes, it does, and that's the tagline they're putting at the end of 2 of their introductions this year. And the first one we're going to start with. Right down here, it's a new Impatiens. We've written about it in Growertalks and probably Green Profit as well. It's called Imara XDR. And the key here is, Ellen, these are disease resistant. These are Impatiens, sorry, I didn't let you answer.
Like, what was the answer to that question?
Impatiens downy mildew resistant Impatiens. The second one we've seen this year at the 2019 California Spring Trials. And what we expect to see is a nice case filled with downy mildew. In fact, that's why they've got it all closed up so they don't infest all of California with it. But there's a susceptible, non-resistant variety in the front. Here's some dead ones. Those were infected January 11th. And there's the Amaras in the back doing just fine, thank you very much, despite being bathed in downy mildew spores, no doubt. So how many colors in this series?
9 colors and a mix.
So it's a good range of colors, and importantly, it's available worldwide.
It is.
So wherever you are in the marketplace.
It's already been out there for a while now, like about a season or so.
Right. Now we also said there's a second XDR, and that is Cora Vinca.
I did not see this one coming.
Cora's been in the marketplace for, gosh, a dozen, maybe 15 years now, and it's always been resistant to one strain of aerial Phytophthora. They have upgraded Cora now to where it's resistant to at least 10. 10 different strains, and so they're upgrading the whole line. There'll be a few color changes, they said, upgrading the whole line to the new
One
XDR.
thing, though, they are keeping is the Cora Classic Red, because it's really hard to get that red.
That's right. So that one has not been upgraded yet. But the other thing they're showing here's both series, the Amaras and the Coras, on racks with some nice signage, bench cards you can do, rack signage like that. So they're supporting these varieties with plenty of PLP. So that is probably the most important innovations here at Syngenta here at the 2019 California Spring Trials.
It sounded back there like you were gonna, end our time here at Syngenta.
No, I was just getting ready to
do.
segue over to this big flower thing. We've talked about disease-resistant flowers. How about just plain big flowers?
They got them, Top Hat. They introduced it last year, I think, and this year they have a new color. It is pink bicolor. This is a bit bicolor. You got the little whitey here.
But look how big that is. I love that. So it's a traditional semperflorens plant and habit. Looks like a classic fibrous begonia, but the flowers are 20% bigger on these things. And the plants do, as they get more mature, you see them start to kind of come up into that really big, like whopper and big habit, but big flowers. Another thing they did here, this is why they're called trials and not just displays, is that they did a PGR trial to show how's the best way to produce a top hat in a 306 6-pack. What do you need for a PGR regime? And if you put 1 ppm of bonsai on them, you're going to shrink them right down. And if you do 10 ppm of bonsai spray, well, that's not bad, but they found a sweet spot to be a 1/4 ppm bonsai drench. That's what they recommend.
Looks real nice.
Nice to see some real trial stuff going on here at the trials.
And we're still not done. There's more to see.
This way. I got a feet, what?
You are not
Well, they put a drum set out here. I assume it's just for me, since they know I'm the industry drummer here.
Not for
well,
you.
there's like 6 drummers running around here, and I think they want to have a drum off later on. But why was I just playing drums with a hot-blooded bass drum head logo, Ellen?
That is so cool. It might be because they have a brand new hot blooded variety.
It's right over here. It is a Lantana, which is a hot weather plant, loves it hot, and when you get a deep red color like this one has showing up in here, it shows up really good over on this display.
I'd even say it is a hot color.
It is a hot-blooded color. Now here's the thing, it's a standalone
for the moment, yeah.
Lantana, although they did say they'd love to find some more. But, but the habit is so good, it grows to about a 2x2 mound, 2 feet tall, 2 feet spreading. With really good disease resistance and that great color, which will show even more red when it's outside in bright sun and a lot of heat. So
and it's sterile. Oh, it is sterile.
Thank you, Gen Z, for reminding us of that most important point. What does that mean, though?
Well, it's good for Florida.
And any place where you don't want it spreading by seed, but the key is it keeps blooming that way instead of going out of bloom while it makes seed heads. So that's hot-blooded. Now, if we come this way, we're going to see a cool weather crop, Cyclamen. And the news here is these are not bred by Syngenta.
No, not at all.
These come from the Cyclamen specialist Veranova.
Right.
We've covered Veranova in the past out here at Trials. Syngenta has partnered with them to carry some of their selections.
Exactly.
Those that fit and complement the Syngenta lines. For instance,
currently we have Contiga, the standard Cyclamen, lots of colors there, and also Marita, an intermediate type.
And one of the keys is really good reds, because those are hard to breed for.
Exactly.
So they've got a nice red in both of those series. So that's an interesting bit of sort of partnership news. Yep. We've got some more partnership news right over here. Last fall it was, Syngenta acquired Florinova, and all of Florinova's breeding and interesting plant material, one of those being a Begonia boliviensis.
Beautiful plant.
This particular one is Night Fever Papaya.
Right. Brand new variety for this year.
Beautiful contrast between the dark leaves and the orange foliage.
Real nice.
Now, a third bit of partnership acquisition news, we might say, comes from another one-off variety. In this case, a Dahlia. And what is the year of it, Dahlia?
It is
Ellen?
Year of the Dahlia.
What did I just say? I have no idea. 2019 is the year of the Dahlia, and here's a beautiful Dahlia with which to celebrate.
Yes, called Sincerity. This was from their acquisition of Verveer,
a Dutch Dahlia specialist. They've got a lot of Dahlias. This one is a standalone, and wow, big, beautiful flowers. Look at the size of that. Beautiful. Fantastic color.
I just love Dahlias.
And if you look at the finished plant size here you could have in your garden, that is spectacular.
Can't every year be Year of the Dahlia?
It should be. I mentioned sleepers. I should also mention that they call Sincerity Dahlia a sleeper, so keep an eye on that. But another sleeper is this beautiful pair of Mandevillas called Madinia Maximo. Red is existing, but light pink is brand new. And Ellen, you seem to be really relaxing and enjoying the Madinia Maximos. Why?
Well, it's a beautiful color, number one. But also, I mean, take a look at this this trellis wall here. It's beautiful. I would grow this just as it is and ship it to, for back patios or restaurants or someone who wants privacy.
You know what?
Because I feel pretty private right now.
I bet half the people coming into your garden centers have a challenge with privacy that they would love to solve on a back deck. This is the answer. Grow something like this, give them the idea, whether you sell them a full, complete thing or just a box and 6 plants to do it with.
Yeah.
Well, I think I would like to see if we could get some of that good Calliope Cafe coffee and enjoy it right here. Why don't you work on that, Jen? In the meantime, I'll sign off from Syngenta in the 2019 California Spring Trials. Now, Ellen, should I get a latte or a cappuccino, do you think?
I like flat whites.
Ooh, a flat white. Yeah. 2 flat whites, please, Jen.
Nope.